All right, going to start off with Doug Smith from the Toronto Star.
Hey Norm, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Um, you've been through an awful lot in 5 or 6 years with this team. Where do you rank the mood among the players after these 6 games?
Um, Everybody's frustrated. Everybody feels like they could be doing a lot more to help the team be in a better situation than now. I would say we're not down. We're just frustrated and focused on working our way out of this hole. Um, Focused on extending the really good minutes of play that we have had and limiting the really bad moments, the really tough stretches that we've had in these games that we've lost. So we're just focused on staying together, bringing the right energy, the right mindset to the game, and fighting the full 48.
That would, I guess, speak to some players not trying to do too much, but stay within the team framework and hope you get out of it collectively rather than individually.
Yeah, it's going to take a collective effort. I mean, individually, I think a lot of guys on the team are trying to find their way through it to get back to the level of play that they know they can play at, myself included. But nobody on the team is away from the criticism of where we're at. There's something that each and every one of us could be doing better throughout the course of the game, and it's just finding that group of guys who's going to put their heads down or nose down and do what is needed for us to pull out these wins consecutively on a consistent basis. So it's more of a collective group thing, and finding your way individually through that's going to help us rather than one or two guys picking it up to carry the rest of the way. It's going to take the whole team.
Great, thanks, Norm. Appreciate it as always.
Next question goes to Josh Lewenberg from TSN.
Hey, Norm. It seemed like the West Coast trip you guys went on around this time of the season last year was an important moment in terms of finding yourselves as a team. The bench really stepped up, and you guys sort of established your identity in those games. What is it about these West Coast trips that can sort of help do that for a team? And do you think that these next 4 games can help do that for this team?
Yeah, I'm in full agreement with you that these next 4 games, can really help define how our season is going to go, define the team in general. I mean, I can't speak to the different things of previous seasons and things like that, but I feel like on the road, it's a true testament of your character and your team. To be able to go into an opponent's arena and play the best basketball you can. I mean, it's a little different with no fans and things like that, but we're still on the road. It's still, all you got is your teammates and your team and your coaching staff, and we got to go in with that mindset of playing a gritty, tough 48-minute game for these next 4 road trips to dig ourselves out of this hole and get back to the level of playing that we know we can play at.
Nick was pretty clear after the game the other day that you guys need more from the guys coming off the bench. As a leader of that group, especially with some younger guys in that group this year, what can you do to sort of help spark them here going forward?
Yeah, it's been tough. I think that the main focus right now is coming out defensively and showing the energy and toughness on that end of the floor and going forward. We can't take offense and be the reason why we play with energy when we're making shots or making plays. It has to be on the defensive end, and that's going to fuel our offense being able to go in transition. We haven't been able to get enough stops from the guys coming off the bench, which is making it a little tough for us to, get extended minutes out there to show what we can do offensively. So we got to focus on the defensive end first before anything.
Thanks, Norm. Good luck tonight.
Next question goes to Mike Ganter from the Toronto Sun.
Hey Norm, how you doing?
Go.
Good, thanks. Are you a believer in these player meetings and in the time of crisis, and do you think one's needed now?
No, I don't think one's needed right now. I think in majority of the games that we've lost, I think besides 2, we've been right there. And it's just sustaining that and figuring it out. I mean, we have talked collectively and things like that, but we know what it takes. We have enough guys here who've been through the trenches, been through ups and downs, and know what it takes to win is just getting everybody clicking and rolling on the same page, focus on the same thing for a full course of the game.
How crazy is it for you that so many guys right now are being affected by or not being able to finish at the rim? Like you guys seem to be getting there, but nobody seems to be finishing it. Is it kind of weird?
It's just more concentration when going to the basket. I've been to the rim multiple times and haven't been able to finish. I think we just need to play with a more aggressive, physical mindset when attacking, playing through hits, not looking for fouls, and finishing through contact like we've been doing in the past. So hopefully it all, starts to click and guys will be able to get into their rhythm and make those plays that we normally make. I think it's more of a mindset than thinking, oh, it's crazy that we're not finishing. It's no, we got to go in there with a little more toughness, a little more grittiness and determination to finish through hits and finish these plays.
Got it. Thanks, Norm.
Got time for one quick question. We'll go to Aaron Rose from SI.com.
I'm not sure if this will necessarily be quick, but I'll ask you, Norm, just a non-basketball question. I remember you specifically where somebody was very outspoken about the Jacob Blake shooting from a while ago. And obviously you guys were a leader as a team when it came to potentially boycotting. How have you taken the news that there won't be charges? How do you feel about that?
Man, it's frustrating, it makes you feel like the work that you're doing is not enough, and the outcries and things from everybody around the world coming together over these issues and topics aren't being heard. When the officers that are in charge of protecting us are and making sure we're safe aren't held for the responsibilities of physical abuse or aggression when it's not needed. It's tough. Who keeps them in check when they cross the line? We have people, rules and laws that keep us in check from breaking and hurting other people. But when the officers involved in these shootings and situations, aren't checked for when they abuse their power or cross the line, it puts fear in people's heart, that they can be next, that they're in trouble, for having these encounters with officers who are sworn to protect and keep the people safe. So it's very frustrating. It just shows that there's a lot more work to be done, and there's a lot more protesting and talking to officials and people in charge to make sure that the people involved are held responsible, just like we are. It's not right just because they have a uniform on, they're protected, and they see no wrongdoing for whatever reason. But some of these situations are just disgusting in the fact that no charges and things are being brought to people who are losing their lives, people who are losing their loved ones. So it's very frustrating for me to to see that, and we just got to continue to fight and continue to keep going to make change.
Thanks, Norm. I appreciate that.
All right. Thank you, Norm.